Dakar hits you first with sound, a living, breathing thing. Step out of the airport and the air is thick with it. Car horns, shouted greetings, and always music. The city's heartbeat is mbalax, the sound of Senegal, fast, intricate everywhere. Youssou N'Dour's voice floats above it all, telling stories of resilience and joy. This is a place that moves, that dances, even in the smallest moments. I walked through dusty streets, the sun high, kids laughing over a soccer ball, women in vibrant boubous gliding past. The air is a mix of diesel, salt water, and the savory promise of food cooking over open flames. This is the real arrival, a full sensory immersion. Dakar gives you everything at once: the heat, the smells, the relentless sound. You can try to make sense of it, but the only way to understand Dakar is to surrender to its rhythm. Let its chaotic energy carry you forward. Just start walking and see where the beat takes you. The city doesn't hold back. It invites you to dive in, to be part of its pulse. Here, every step is a new note in the city's song. The music, the noise, the life, it's all one. Dakar's rhythm is irresistible, and it's only the beginning. Travel can be luxury, or it can be real. You can see the world through a window, or you can get your hands dirty. For this day in Dakar, I set a limit $50, about 25,000 CFA francs. In New York, that's lunch and a cab. Here, it's a key to the city. $50 forces choices, pushes you past tourist traps and into the city's heart. It's not about deprivation, it's about connection. The plan? No plan. Just a pocket full of francs and curiosity. The goal to see what kind of day $50 could buy in one of Africa's most vibrant cities. What flavors, what sounds, what conversations could I find? It's a question about value, not just economics. The best things in a place aren't the most expensive. They're what people enjoy every day. Morning coffee, midday meal, evening music. These are the building blocks of culture. With $50, I wanted to buy a small piece of it. So with the city's rhythm in my bones, I started walking. The $50 question was an invitation to look closer, listen harder, taste more carefully. It was about seeing Senegal on its own terms. It was about proving that the richest experiences are often the simplest. The city was waiting, my challenge had begun. Let's see what $50 can really buy. Every great city has a great market, and in Dakar, it's Marché Sandaga, a concrete beast, surrounded by a universe of street vendors, noise, and intoxicating smells. I dove into the chaos, weaving through crowds, colors, and calls of mon ami, look here. Somewhere in the bustle, I found breakfast beignets du goub, hot, sweet puffs of dough fried to golden perfection. The air was thick with the smell of oil and sugar. I grabbed a few, burning my fingers, savoring the light, not too sweet bite. Washed down with café tuba, local coffee spiced with jar, sharp and invigorating. Sitting on a plastic stool, watching the market's river of humanity, I felt the city's pulse. This was the soul of Dakar, fast, flavorful, alive. The day had only just begun, and already I was hooked. The market is a dance, a negotiation, a feast for the senses. Here, breakfast is more than food, it's an introduction. The city's energy is contagious, and I was ready for more. Dakar's first taste was unforgettable. There's a universal language, smoke, fire, and the sizzle of meat on a grill. I followed fragrant smoke to a dibby stand grilled lamb, a Senegalese obsession. Ousmane, the grill master, chopped succulent meat with a heavy cleaver, thump, 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 a rhythm of its own. He tossed the lamb with onions, mustard and spices, wrapping it in paper. The aroma was irresistible, smoky, savory, sharp with mustard. We didn't need words. Smiles and gestures were enough. Eating with my hands, scooping up tender lamb and onions was messy and primal. The fat melted, the spices woke up my palate. This was the $50 question in action, a few dollars for an experience you can't buy in a restaurant, food deeply connected to place and people. Not just sustenance, a cultural statement, a piece of Dakar life, hot and unforgettable. The best things are found on the street, and this was one of them, the city's flavor in every bite. Senegal's heart and soul is thiboudien, fish, rice and vegetables in savory tomato sauce. I searched for the real thing, not a fancy version, but the kind families eat for lunch. Down a dusty side street I found it. A small eatery, plastic tables, a TV playing soap operas, and a woman commanding giant pots. The smell of rich, fish-infused tomato broth was overwhelming. No menu, just what's cooking that day. A mountain of rice, stained red-orange, topped with tender theof fish and colourful vegetables. Every bite was different: savoury rice, flaky fish, sweet vegetables. The Zune crispy rice at the bottom was a revelation. It was comfort food, celebration food, everyday food, Senegal on a plate, less than $5 and worth every franc. Eating thiaboudienne is an experience, not just a meal. It nourishes beyond calories. This was the taste of Senegal, and it was unforgettable. Dakar's afternoon sun demands a snack and a cool drink. I hunted for fataya, fried pastries filled with spicy fish or meat, and bissap, the deep red hibiscus drink. A woman sold fataya from a bowl, serving them with a fiery chili sauce. Crispy outside, savory inside, the heat was addictive. To cool off, I bought bissap from a street vendor, tart, sweet and refreshing like floral cranberry juice. Sitting in the shade, snacking and sipping, I watched the city flow by. Street food here is about small, delicious moments in between. A quick bite, a cold drink, flavors that punctuate the day. Simple, cheap, essential. They barely dented my $50 budget, but they defined the rhythm of Dakar, the city's taste in every sip and bite. As evening fell, Dakar's rhythm shifted. Music grew louder, more insistent. In Senegal, music is history, storytelling, the work of the griot. I found a small courtyard, a crowd gathered around a griot with a kora. His fingers danced across the strings, his voice powerful, singing stories in Wolof. The atmosphere was electric. People listened with deep respect. This wasn't a tourist show. It was a community gathering, a living tradition. The griot's songs told of kings, family, love and loss. The music was hypnotic, weaving through the warm night air. I sipped ataya, strong, sweet mint tea, watching, listening, feeling connected. The experience was priceless, costing only a cup of tea. Music and tea, history and community. In that moment I belonged, Dakar's soul alive in song. The day was ending, but one experience remained: a shared meal. Senegalese food culture is communal. People gather around a single bowl, eating with their hands. Back in my neighborhood, a family invited me to join their outdoor meal. A huge platter of sibujene, rice and fish, sat in the center. The matriarch smiled, gesturing for me to sit. I washed my hands, learned to eat with my right hand, rolling rice and fish into a ball. Conversation was minimal, just smiles, gestures, and a few words. The food was delicious, but the real nourishment was in sharing. In that moment, I wasn't a tourist. I was part of the family. Barriers fell away. We were just people, eating together under the stars. This kind of connection can't be bought. It's a gift of trust and generosity. The perfect end to a perfect day. The memory will last forever. Dakar's true flavor is in its people. The $50 weren't spent, but the day was full. I walked back through quiet streets, music now a distant pulse. The challenge wasn't about saving money, it was about access. Senegal gets under your skin with its rhythms. Mbalax, the cleaver's beat, the griot's kora, the waves, daily life. Food and music are intertwined, the city's twin languages. To eat street food is to taste history, to hear music is to feel the city's soul. These are the threads that bind the community, the heart of Teranga, Senegalese hospitality. You come looking for adventure or authenticity, but Dakar gives you something deeper. The city observes you, takes you in, feeds you, shares its music. I came with $50 and a question. I left with a full stomach, a head full of music, and the knowledge that the best things in life are moments, not things. They are connections, rhythms that stay with you. Dakar's song lingers long after you leave. The city calls you to return. The real wealth is in the experience. The rhythm of Dakar is unforgettable, and it's always waiting for you. Until next time.